Hello, I'm Mark Wiersma, one of the co-founders of JobFit Solutions. Thank you for your interest in the Health Career Readiness Assessment. GPA and other scores are the primary criteria being used by nursing for admissions today. And yet there's an abundance of literature that would demonstrate that it's not necessarily a good predictor of academic success. It tends to limit the diversity in terms of the population being accepted into the programs, and it doesn't necessarily predict on-the-job success. There's also literature that demonstrates the impact interviews can have on the admissions process in terms of being able to predict academic success, being able to increase ethnic diversity, and also being able to get the right students in the right seat and increase student retention. And that's where we come in. We help with the interview process by, first of all, evaluating a student's behavioral aptitude compared to working nurses. We will provide you with very specific follow-up interview questions if somebody scores low compared to those working nurses. We provide the students with a realistic job preview to make sure their expectations are aligned with the reality of the job. And it also provides your department with a best practice structured interview process. So let me demonstrate. In front of you, you see a sample feedback report where we're comparing a student's behavioral aptitude to the working nursing population. And you can see, I know it's a little hard to read, but the scores to the far right are the above average scores, and there are a number of them, so the student did well. But yet we have a couple of scores in the below average range, which we're concerned about. And so, again, you may not be aware of those things. What we want to do is identify those and then provide you with specific questions to pursue that further, which I'll show you in just a moment. Anytime an individual has below average scores, we're going to trigger questions. This is an example of a page of questions that were triggered for a low score in working with others. So you can see we provide multiple questions. There are follow-up probes. We have red flag and listen for criteria, spot for notes, and then a rating scale to create an objective process. And what it allows you to do is be proactive in pursuing those things so you're not surprised once they're in the classroom, or the employer isn't surprised once they're on the job. We know some students pursue nursing for all the wrong reasons, and other students just are unaware of what the job entails. In fact, there's some research that shows that some students' perception or unrealistic perception of nursing can be one of the primary reasons in turnover. And what we provide is a realistic job preview so we can ask specific questions about how a person would feel about performing common healthcare related tasks like working weekends, working around sick people, and so on. Where there is a flag where somebody says, I won't do it, or I'd rather not do that, we're going to let you know that. So again, you can be proactive in the admissions process to make sure that their perceptions are aligned with reality. As part of the feedback report, you will always receive a structured behavioral-based interview guide. So even if a person scores really well on all the competencies compared to other nurses, we're still going to give you a structured nursing guide that, number one, focuses on competencies that are very specific and very important for nursing. Number two, we'll give you questions as well as follow-up probes. Number three, you'll have red flag and listen for criteria to help provide inter-rater reliability. In other words, that helps with the objectivity of the interview process. There's a spot for notes if you'd like to take notes during the process, and then a rating scale down below if you want to assign points to the various responses. This assessment is designed to bring value in a number of ways. Number one, we evaluate critical behavioral attributes that GPA is completely blind to. Number two, we'll allow you to probe very specific potential problematic behaviors in a proactive manner through interview questions. Number three, we provide a realistic job preview to make sure that the person's perceptions are aligned with reality. Four, we provide best practice structure and objectivity through the structured interview process. And ultimately, our goal is, number five, get the right students in the right seats. Well, that's a very fast crash course in the HCRA. We welcome the opportunity to learn more about your initiatives and also show you how the software actually works. Just give me a call, or you can go to our website and schedule a webinar. Be very happy to demonstrate the software to you. Either way, certainly appreciate your interest and hope you found this to be informative. Thank you so much.